Second Nature for Children is in the house. Coach, how you doing?
Great, man. Great.
Gr-
Rejuvenated,
Okay,
fresh air, fresh water, fresh food, all that good stuff, man.
okay. So I know the last time we talked, you was in another part of the world, and so
Yeah, yeah.
good to see you made it back. So you say everything went well.
Yeah, everything's straight, man.
Okay, good, good, good. Well, glad to have you back, man, on this side, and so we can continue this business. But like you shown, no matter where you go, you still in for helping people of color. So I just want to make sure I tell you that I appreciate you for that.
All right, all right. Appreciate that.
So last week was the challenge. Well, as a matter of fact, the challenge should be ending today. So I hope that everyone took the first of the month challenge for 7 days, where you take on something that either you've been struggling with or something you've been procrastinating about. So I hope that challenge went well, trying to spark a flame to something that you need to be kicking off. And so I hope that that went well for you. And it's going to be at some point another one of those uncomfortable conversations when we get to certain parts, but we should have had them long time ago. So I'm fine with them. So we're going to jump right into it and get this information out to the people. So as you come in, make sure you subscribe, like, and share so we can build this channel for us as people of color and get this information for people who want to do better, who want to take their lives to another level, no matter what color you are. So let's make sure we do that, and make sure you check out our youth website right there. And if you would like to help sponsor and cash out, there it is. Show us some love. Show us some love. So here we go. Let's deal with today. What's the most important thing Blacks should focus on? Let's do that right there. Let's do that. Let everybody come in. Let's do that. I want you to think about that for a moment. And so I want to take the first word out of that topic, important. Carrying with it a great or serious consequences. Now, some of these words I want you to remember as I'm breaking this down, because we're talking about the most important thing Blacks should be focused on. And when I take the word important, carrying with it great or serious, remember the word consequences. Consequences is the result or the effect, the outcome of something. I want you to remember that. Now let's make sure we take the word focus. All right, focus is to concentrate or direct our attention to. I want you to remember those things. I want you to remember important consequences, the outcome, focus. I want you to remember that. And we know that there's a lot of problems that we deal with in the Black community. So here we're going to always make sure that we work on solutions. I have a video out that has solutions, but I want to give you one or two solutions from the jump that we need to work on. And from time to time, I'm going to be definitely putting these solutions out. Number one, we need to work on changing our mindsets. A lot of problems that we deal with, a lot of issues that we have in the Black community, if we just worked on changing our mindset, that would definitely bring some solutions to some problems that you're having. That's a fact. We have to stop having children at such a young age. We got to get it together. That's a lot of problems that's going on in the Black community because we're having children having children. That's one of the things. And I want to do one more. We got to stop having children with multiple partners. We got to stop. That's a problem that we have. And I'm talking about us as a people. I don't care about nobody else and what they're doing. That's a problem that we have in the Black community. So I just wanted to share that. We got to work on changing our mindset. We got to make sure that we stop having children at such a young age, and we got to stop having children with multiple partners. And now we're beginning to work on some of the problems in the Black community. So now I want to first answer, then I'm going to let Coach answer. What's the most important thing Blacks should focus on? And I'm going to give my perspective. And I say that is time. Let that sink in 1 second. Time is the most important thing right now that we should focus on. So when we're talking about time, we're talking about the past, we're talking about the present, and we're talking about the future. Now, I understand that sometimes things happen in our lives that we have no control. I understand that. But how we handle certain things that happen in our lives, that's on us. Even the things that we don't have control of, how we handle them, that is on us. Do you realize that where you are today, and I'm speaking to you as a people, do you realize that where you are today has been based on, remember this word, the decisions that you have made at a time? I'll show you why it's so important. How you've been, another word, remember, spending your time. Spending time is just as important as spending money, because you can regroup, whether you know it or not, and get money back from spending. But once time move on and how you have spent certain times, you can't get it back. You can't recoup it. So that's why my perspective of this topic is time is the most important thing Blacks should focus on right now. Time will show you if you have been showing yourself love. Time will show you that. I want you to listen to this. Whether you want to admit it, here come the uncomfortable part. Whether you want to admit it or not, if you are not working on taking care of your physical, you are definitely not showing yourself a strong liking, which means love. You got to start taking the time to show yourself love. I just want you to get that. Because a lot of us are dealing with a lot of vices and doing a lot of things in life. And a lot of us are not conscious of it. And we're wasting a lot of time, and we're not showing ourselves love. So we have to make sure that we make time to save our own lives by cleaning up our diets and exercise. It's the most important thing you can do, family. I know you're neglecting it. It's uncomfortable, but you are slowly self-destructing, because as you're maturing, you're not changing. You're not exercising. You're not taking care of yourself. And changing your diet, cleaning up your diet, and beginning to exercise is the best thing ever you can do with your time. Say that again. Cleaning up your diet and beginning to exercise are two of the best things you can ever do with your time. Because if not, remember I told you to think about the consequences. There's a lot of consequences that come with not cleaning up your diet or exercising. And we already know being overweight, being obese, heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, high blood pressure, etc. Remember, it is so important that we focus on our time. Remember, time, the past, the present, and the future. Our past has been killing us, so we got to make sure that we get this information, that we share this information, because if we haven't started, that we need to start now in the present with our time taking care of ourselves. It's the most important thing that you could begin to focus on. I hope they hear me, Coach. Financially, you are where you are because of, remember, the decisions you made in the past, whether it was good or bad. That time that you made that decision was everything. So I want you to take a look at where you are right now. Take a look at where you are right now. Are you doing the best with your time that will put you in a great position now? I want you to think about how you spending your time. Are you setting yourself up for a great future? Time is the most important thing you should be focusing on. Your time, how you spending your time. How you spent your time in the past is dealing with how you're living right now. You know you need to clean some things up, straighten some things up. So in the present, so that your future, set your future up for success. Your time is everything. You got to stop wasting time. And I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to let Coach go in and give his perspective on what he think the most important thing Blacks should be focused on. Mine is definitely time. We got to stop wasting time and don't let anyone else waste your time because it's valuable. You got to look at your time as being valuable, and whether you know it or not, your time is running out. So I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of us can't get nothing done that's meaningful because we give too much time to mess and gossip, and we can't get nothing done. What you got on that, Coach? What do you think, Coach, is the most important thing Blacks should focus on, or where you want to go with what's
You
on your
got,
heart?
a whole lot for me to say because really, you took some of my thunder, but I was saying first and foremost, going to say first and foremost, what you keep reiterating, your mental, your physical, your spiritual. Because once you're out of whack with one or two, you're not an even keel. And your life is, I guess you can say, topsy-turvy. So that's what I was going to talk about. You got to, man, you got to. I know I talked about previously, but we can't afford to be sick. You know how expensive the medical industry is when it comes to when you on this side as a patient, not as the doctor, not as the practitioner, as the patient. GoFundMe accounts, man, we got to come on now. So you can't afford to be sick. So what do? You got to take your health seriously. Other people are hoping that you don't because they're benefiting from it. You got to take your health seriously. So I was going to go with the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and also economics, how we spend our money. We can control this. Well, we control this economy, whether we know it or not. If we're the number one consumer, we can dictate how we move, whether prices go up and down. Recently, I read an article where they now start to slash prices because a lot of people are spending like they anticipate. They have no choice. If you ignore them, they got to come up down off the price. So those who buying all those expensive cars, and we know that the price has been, blown up out of proportion. We know it's above the value, but we're going to purchase them anyway, as opposed to just holding on and wait if you can. So that's the two things. Well, not two things, four things really: the mental, the physical, the spiritual, as far as your health, being an even keel, and your economics, where you spend your money in. I know somebody has probably spent some money in something and had buyer's remorse, or bought something, probably used it once, whatever it is, and never use it again. I can remember years ago struggling to take what we call a treadmill upstairs with someone, putting it together, and it turns to be a clothes hanger really now. You know what I'm saying? So all the things that we've been talking about from the first time you started out and I'm coming aboard, it's the same things, man. We gotta realize that we are valuable. I can't make you believe you're valuable. Because if you don't believe it, then who am I to change how you see yourself? You know what I mean? but segments of this society is going to benefit from your demise if you don't take care of your health, mental, physical, spiritual, as well as your economic health. So you might as well benefit from, what you do as opposed to others benefiting from it. But I mean, you broke it down, man. So like I said, that's all I was going to speak on, similar to what you talking about.
Sometimes, because I don't know if they don't know that when I give a topic or you share a topic, that we don't talk about it. And so sometimes I may have to let you go first because I never know what you're going to speak on. You understand?
True.
Yeah. I never know what you're going to speak on because we're genuine. I want you to get your perspective. We don't sit around and set no show up. During the course of the week, we'll put a topic together and then we'll meet Sunday and discuss.
Yep.
And so definitely you speaking, and and the show is always based on the mind, the body, and the soul, because once you begin to study and look at those three areas, us as a people and people of color, we struggle the most in those three areas. And I know, and I know it's about surviving, and we trying to make that money, we trying to get that money. But let me tell you something. Go ahead on. Go ahead on.
Before I forget, let me inject this right here. Cultured meat. I'm not gonna break it down. I want whoever listening, I want them to look up cultured meat. CULTURED, cultured meat. Because we're talking about health. And that's one of the articles I read about. So yeah, we need to be aware of what's going on around us, man. But cultured meat.
So you saying meat? MEAT?
Yeah, meat. MEAT.
Cultured meat.
Cultured meat. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it'll blow your mind. If for those who don't already know about it, it'll blow your mind, man. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, Coach, you're gonna have to come on and share it. And share some things that you read about it. Because a lot of us won't go research anything. I'm just gonna be very honest with you. It's so sad, but a lot of us won't go research it. So, anytime you want to give some information on it, make sure you bring it to the table and share it with the people.
I can go a little deeper. It's basically lab-made meat. They pull certain cells from the animal and they barely lab-made meat. You got a few companies already in business, right? And I know Florida has outlawed it, but you got 49 more states, right?
Absolutely.
And Mr. Amazon, he invested $60 million into it. So no one is gonna put $60 million into something that they know they're not getting nothing out of it. Mr. Amazon, what's it? Bezos, Jeff Bezos?
Jeff,
and that's the article I read. So cultured meat. I'm like, wow. We talking about who's winning the hip hop battle, but we're not talking about stuff that dealing with our health. So yeah.
And that's why I said a little earlier, we spend too much time on mess and gossip and things that do not move us to another level. And that's so important to hear what they're doing with the foods, because believe me, a lot of things that they do with the food, they target us because they know that we're out of control with our eating, or we're out of control with our drinking, we're out of control with drugs. They just know that. So when certain negative things are being put forward, they know they're targeting the Black community. But a lot of us are so uneducated about it till we just fall prey into it. So I'm glad you brought that up. And I want to ask the family this right here. I want to ask them this. Do you at least take 1 hour? I'm just going to say, do you at least take 1 hour out of each day and just do you by taking care of yourself? I want to ask, because I see this in the gym. Turn the phone off. Turn the phone off. If you're in the gym, don't let someone sitting at home, not taking care of themselves, stop you from getting your work in. I see this all the time. I literally see folks get on the phone that's supposed to be coming to work out and get into such a comfortable conversation till you should have just stayed at home. You just sitting over there on the phone. So we have to be careful that when we begin to do something positive or trying to do something to better ourselves, that we can't let that phone call or that person that's sitting at home relaxing and not doing anything stop us from getting our work in. Have you ever noticed? I ask you this, coach, and I ask the people, have you ever noticed that when you're trying to do something positive, that negative energy start coming from other people? It starts showing up, or some start popping up, or some start happening, always trying to take what you're trying to do positive away. And a lot of times we'll just fall right into prey with that negativity, and it pulls us out of doing what we need to be doing positive. So we got to be very careful of our company. We got to be very, especially as you get older, your circle really should begin to grow smaller, whether you know it or not, because a lot of people are not conscious to a lot of things. So if you're the person that hangs around a lot of people, where you just got to be around a lot of people or got to hang around a lot of people, you letting me know that you're not maturing at a certain level. Because I'm gonna tell you something, when you begin to mature at a certain level and become conscious of certain things, a lot of things that's going on and being said that other people are doing, you'll begin to isolate yourself away from it. Because it wasn't me, that conversation or that topic or what they talking about or what they doing over there. As you begin to mature, a lot of that stuff, it won't even phase you. You want to get away from it. So we got to make sure that as we are working on our base, building a foundation for our lives, learning how to connect the mind, the body, and the soul together. Because let me tell you something. You will never, ever be completely successful. And I know when y'all hear success, you start talking about money. Millionaires commit suicide down there every day. So it lets you know it's not just about the money. People with money, I know one or two of them, a lot of their lives are they're so unhappy because they can found out that it's not stuff that grants you peace. It's a temporary fix. And anyone who never had money, then they don't understand that because they trying to get money. But people with money or who have had money understand that it's more than this stuff. Now, a lot of people just caught up in money. So we understand that we have groups of people who money is their God. We know that. But I'm talking about no matter what level of life you're in, if you're a multimillionaire, you still can be unconscious to certain things. Just because you got a lot of money, it don't mean that you're conscious to certain things. I'm talking about that millionaire that has become conscious to realize that it's more than just the money for me to get this peace that I need. And that's the most important thing that you should have in your life. Focus on your time, but you got to work on your spirit, that dwelling within you, being at peace. Because a lot of us, depression is high in the Black community. Stress is high in the Black community. Our past has brought so much trauma to us in the Black community. We crumble and fall because we don't have a strong base in the Black community. And what we have to realize, that anything in life that does not have a strong foundation, it will fall. And that's what we're seeing in the Black community. We're falling because we haven't learned how to build a strong base. And the only way you can have a strong base, I'm gonna say it again, the only way you can have a strong base is once you learn how to connect your mind, your body, and your soul together. If you're gonna be truly successful at something, like I was saying a little earlier, you're gonna have to learn how to connect. And I always tell you, and I'm gonna continue to tell you, because I have new people tuning in, and I have a lot of you hearing me say it. That's why it'll never get old, because a lot of you hear me saying it, but you're not doing it. See, this is not the YouTube channel where you come on and get your entertainment, then you just go have a good time. This is a channel where we come in, coaching myself, to bring a responsibility for us to help ourselves so we can help others. That's what this channel is about. It's not entertainment and gossip. And I think I had someone to unsubscribe. I was watching the number and I seen the number go down. I would love for anyone who unsubscribed to two guys who's trying to help us as a people, who runs a youth organization trying to help our children, speaking the truth. Why would you come on and unsubscribe? Now, what I want you to understand, I understand us. I know us as a people. And when we do certain things, it lets me know even more why we're in the positions and conditions that we are in as a people. But if anybody ever unsubscribe, shoot me a comment and let me know. And I guarantee you, here's a channel that's trying to help us as a people, to help our youth. And if I go and see everyone else that you have subscribed to, it's a bunch of mess. I guarantee you. We messed up, man. There's a lot of work to do in the Black community. So if anybody ever unsubscribe, just shoot me a comment and let me know what was said. Because one thing I do understand about us too as a people, we don't like the truth. We don't like it. And one thing about me, if I don't tell the truth, coach, then that's shame on me, man. I didn't come here to scam the people, this and that. I came here to help. So if I don't tell the truth, then that's shame on me. And if you can't handle the truth, then that's shame on you. But I'm gonna tell the truth every time I come. And I can bag it up. When I tell you something is a fact, I can bag it up. And I'm hoping that we begin to do better with one of the most important things, if not the most important thing in our life. And that's our time. And that's showing ourselves love. Here come an uncomfortable part. Whether you like it or not, I'm getting ready to tell it. If you're overweight or obese, there are consequences that come with it. And you can't tell me that if you're not doing something to take care of yourself, so you can try to extend your life, that you love yourself. You can say you love yourself all you want to. You can make your mouth say anything, but action, the old saying, I can go with this one because a lot of old sayings, I'd be like, I don't know about that one. I beg the difference. But this one here, the action speaks louder than words. You can say whatever you want to say. But if you're not taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and spiritually, family, you fooling yourself. And if you don't take care of yourself physically, you're going to check up out of here early than you could have if you would have just took care of yourself. There are consequences to how you spend your time. And so always remember, put yourself first in a positive way and don't waste your time. And please don't let nobody else waste your time. So the most important thing that I see that Blacks should be focused on now is how they spending their time. Because let me tell you something. A lot of you got some money. You're not spending it right. You got some money. But look what you're doing with it. Not doing anything to build. Well, a lot of times when we get money, we become even more selfish because it becomes all about us. See, that lets me know there's a lot of growing up that we have to do to let me know that when you get that money, you got to first take care of yourself, you take care of your family, but you got to come out into the community to help as a people. You got to. That's why I say our content and our information will never ever get old or stale. You can't tell me, Coach, I can heard that before. Okay, now what you doing then? What level you at? Okay. If you telling me it can got all, it can got this, it can got that, I don't see you hitting the cash out for our youth organization to let me know you can mature to the point where I want to give to someone who doing something to help the youth. So you can't tell me that. Let me see your physical. How you looking? Are you working out? Are you putting that work in? Let me see it. Send me a picture. Show me. Show me you in the gym. Show me your food. Let me see it. I don't want to hear about it. Let me see some type of way that you're making better decisions. Where you was making bad decisions, now your mindset has changed. Because I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of us, here come another uncomfortable part. Come another one. Most of us are dealing with a mental issue, a mental illness, or a mental disorder that we just haven't been diagnosed with. Yeah, most of us, especially in the Black community. Yeah. Coach, you got anything you want to say?
I was gonna say, man, that gym, that being distracted in the gym is something serious, man. I even said overseas, man. And I swear, man, these people put that phone down and put that time that they, put into it towards that phone into their workout, there'd be something serious, man. You know. Another piece I saw a guy was talking about we need to be very careful about the people we have around us. Make sure that they have some value. They have some value, to themselves. And that in turn add value to, you that you're around them and vice versa. You don't want someone who don't even see themselves as valuable or someone who's open-minded and willing to grab certain things to make their life better. You talking about a person unsubscribe. Well, if you had an issue, you could have reached out. It's that simple. Just like you click. So I don't even want to know what the issue was
Mm.
because evidently this is not for you. You know what I mean? I know what we talking is not entertaining, but it's necessary, and I'm following it to a T. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody that they don't have to do anything. Keep doing what you're doing. I already see the outcome. You know, keep what you're doing. I mean, I know we all got to get up out of here, but what about the quality of life from this night forward? What kind of quality of life you want? You want to be worried about money? You want to be worried about your health? You want to be worried about things that you really put yourself in a predicament? Come on, man. So for me, all we can do, keep giving it. Who want to receive it, receive it. Who don't, that's okay. That's okay. But you can't say you never heard it. You can't say you never heard it, man. That's it. So that's my take, man.
I appreciate that, and that is so true. And picking back a little bit on what both of us kind of talked about, we have to be careful with our company and the people that we hang around because a lot of times, here's another old saying, further as misery loves misery. So if someone is miserable, they want you to be miserable as
Yeah.
well. So we have to be very careful. And once again, be very careful. Can you imagine if you just look at your day and see how you spending your time? And if you could begin to take some of the negative things you're doing, that time that you're not doing nothing, and put it into something positive, because always remember this right here. The billionaire has the same 24 hours that you have. They don't have no more time than you have. The difference is how they spend their time and how you spend your time. How you spend your money, how they spend their money. Just something to think about. Time is the most important thing that you should be really focusing on now because, like Coach said, you got to get up out of here. Why not try to give yourself more time, living a quality life? Why be here? Man, stop playing. We look as CDC has recorded it statistically. We horrible when it come to health.
Yeah.
A lot of us, man, especially here, you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, we're in horrible shape. We got to do better. And we got to help our children. We are in horrible shape. So let's do better, family, and let's make sure that we spend our time wisely in helping ourselves. So make sure you subscribe, like, and share this information. Coach, we got 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I'll let you close it out.
We need to act first thing first. We need to act on our inspiration. You get an idea popped into your head. I'm talking about positive inspirations, stuff that can be enlightening to the world. You know what I mean? We got to start taking them seriously and acting those inspirations. You chilling somewhere and you just got this thought come in your head, creating something, whatever it is. You got to tap into that, act on that, first and foremost. Secondly, what makes us think that as we age, we supposed to get old? As we age, we supposed to get old and worse. I don't know where that comes from, but I'm not buying into that. We got information out here. We're wiser. Okay, we're maturing. I always use that. We're maturing. We're supposed to be better than we ever was before. That's the way I feel. That's how I'm living my life. So tap into that inspiration as kick in and put aside that so-called myth or mantra, whatever you want to call it, but you getting old, everything. Oh, no, you're supposed to be getting better, man. Matures, mentally, stronger, all of that. And you got control over that. So that's on you, the quality you want to live. That's on you, man.
I'm going to leave it right there, Coach. I appreciate you. And, man, how they spend their time is on them. And I'm out, Coach. Take care of yourself, and I look
You
for
too, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.